I feel like I've done a ton of work since yesterday's episode, and today I want to share my updated version of my core offer. This is something that has been a bit of a work in progress. I'm up to day number 104 now, and already in the last 3.5 months, I think I've revised this about 4 or 5 times. I found myself being able to approach it each and every time, allowing myself to get more and more specific on both who my offer is for and what my offer is for, what problem and what challenge my offer is helping people overcome. And I think I'm finally getting somewhere that might have people put their hand up and say, yes, this is the thing I need. So have a listen and let me know what you think. This really is one that I would love your feedback. If what I go through resonates, hits home, let me know. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. I know that it's not specifically designed for everybody, but yeah, I'm seeking as much feedback as I can. So any comments, feedback, please share it. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to try something a little bit different with my little promotion at the start here. I've got my core offer open on my screen that I'm going to go through shortly. And I'm just going to do this just off the cuff. If you are someone who struggles with procrastination and getting those tasks done that are truly going to move the needle forward each day, I've got a simple question that you can ask yourself at the start of each day. It will help you identify what that task needs to be, and it will help get it into your calendar. If you're interested to know what that question is, just reach out and let me know. I would love to send it to you. I'd love to start a conversation, but it really is just a simple strategy to start you thinking about procrastination very differently. So if you're interested, just hit me up, let me know, head over to the website and reach out, and I'll send it through. Hello and welcome back to the From Zero to Marketing Hero podcast. My name is Paul Heron. I'm a life coach and entrepreneur, and over the last 5 years, I've been setting up a successful one-on-one coaching business. Over the past 5 years, I have predominantly outsourced marketing. I have purchased leads and I've brought clients into my world that come from a wide variety of different situations. Recently, I decided that this is the year I'm going to figure out marketing. And as part of this marketing process, I've discovered that I need to really narrow down and have a message that talks a little bit more specifically to my ideal client. If I can get this right, this is going to help both sides. It's going to help me create a business around solving a specific problem that I enjoy working with. It's going to bring people into my business that are more aligned with me and my message. And it's also going to help with the people I work with and the results that they get. So today's episode is all about the latest iteration of what my core offer looks like. As I mentioned in the intro, I've been through this process already. It feels like every couple of weeks this is coming up. And I've got so much value each and every time I've gone through it. I spent about 2 hours this morning really going through this, asking myself various different questions to help prompt the thinking. And for me anyway, it feels like I have finally got some of the pieces coming together a little bit more clearly. And I've been able to craft and put together an offer that I think it's much less vague than what it was. And I can't wait to test out to see whether it is actually going to be something that really starts to resonate with the right person. So one of the questions that I've been constantly asking myself is, who is my offer for? Now, as I said early on, and for most of the last 5 years, it really has been targeted at anybody. The who it's for could be anybody. The what it's for, I was a little bit more specific. There are definitely some common themes around increasing confidence and finding your voice and getting that balance right between the fear of failure, risk-taking, and being able to take confident action and trust yourself with doing the things that you need to do. Been very focused on taking action. So there have been some similarities there, but it's still very, very vague in terms of who it's for and what it's for. So in this latest version, I have continued to refine, and I have come up with a statement that basically says, my core offer is for established home-based professionals who are ready to break through barriers and achieve lasting success. Now, 5 minutes ago, I thought that was spot on and perfect, but even just reading this out now, I am asking myself the question as I record this, I think it might be still a little bit too vague. I know it's on the right track though. So what I'm effectively trying to say is that I want to be working with people who are in business or they're in a sales role. They're working from home. They're spending a lot of their time on their own. and they are ready to make a change. They need to be ready to think outside the box and to start applying a new way of approaching their problem. Now, when I answered the question, what my offer is for, the statement I came up with was, imagine becoming the person who trusts themselves to decide what needs to be done and becomes the person who accomplishes difficult tasks fearlessly. And again, even just reading this out again, I've got a different feeling reading that to what I had 5 minutes ago when I decided, yes, this is the version I'm going to run with. But I'm not changing anything. This is the version that I put together. And I know that it's still a work in progress. I know that I've had this feeling over the past few months 4 or 5 times now that this is the thing that I'm going to put out. And each time it hasn't quite landed. Maybe this might fall into the same category. But I think I'm definitely getting closer. So this part is all about the what it's for. So in my mind, this is about making transformational change at the foundational level. So it's about becoming the person who does what they say they are going to do. First and foremost, a lot of these people that are at home experiencing the challenge that I want to help people work through, they're in this position where they're wanting certainty on an action before they even take the action, which as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a sales representative working from home, we can't have that certainty. In fact, we can never have certainty on what a future outcome is going to be before we've taken the action. It's physically impossible. We don't have a crystal ball that we can use to predict our actions. We need to be able to make decisions about what that next thing we're going to try is. So we need to be able to come up with a plan, set ourselves some targets, and then we need to be able to find a way to be able to fearlessly and courageously take action. Then we need to be able to test the feedback, test the results. What worked, what didn't quite go to plan, and we need to improve. That's what this journey is all about for all of us that are deciding to go down this track. So with those first 2 statements, that's what I'm trying to call out. I'm trying to call out people who have been in business for a while. So not brand new to business. They've been in business a little while. Maybe it's not quite exactly what they thought it might be. Maybe they've learned a whole lot about what is actually required. Maybe they've got a pretty good idea on what it is they need to be doing. But for whatever reason, the resistance and the barriers are holding them back. So then I put in my offer that I help my clients overcome self-doubt and fear of failure. I help them establish a clear path to financial freedom and personal fulfillment. And I put that I help build sustainable habits that support your goals without sacrificing your personal life. And again, each of these benefits is really huge. For many of us, and I know that I was in this situation where self-doubt and not believing we're enough, imposter syndrome would fall into this category. There are so many different ways that we can be hard and critical on ourselves that it almost can paralyze us into not being able to physically follow through with some of the stuff we need to be doing. Being able to focus more on inputs and what we have control over rather than external results, building repeatable systems and processes, all this type of stuff would fall into these goals, I guess, and getting the balance right. So creating boundaries between our work and our home and the way we're looking after ourselves, and allowing us to, or finding ways to find our voice and to be creative within those boundaries. So I mentioned that I help my clients do these 3 things. And then I said, all without overwhelming yourself with more information. And I think this is huge as well, because my coaching offer isn't really about providing information. We've all got access to information. The information is all around us. There's often too much information. This whole coaching offer, my whole coaching program is about embodying the stuff that we need to be doing. It's about picking up the tools and doing the thing that we need to be doing. It's about finding ways to remove resistance rather than adding more stuff into the mix. And then lastly, I put, are you ready to become a confident action taker with me? Now, again, it is a bit of a work in progress, and I know that I've got a ton from this. Again, just talking this through out loud as I record this, I always do get so much value from going through this process. So I actually can't wait to re-listen to this, and it might get updated just on the back of this recording in itself. But just to go over it again, so the offer in full is for established home-based professionals who are ready to break through barriers and achieve lasting success. Imagine becoming a person or becoming the person who trusts themselves to decide what needs to be done and accomplishes difficult tasks fearlessly. I help my clients overcome self-doubt and fear of failure, establish a clear path to financial freedom and personal fulfillment, and build sustainable habits that support your goals without sacrificing your personal life or without overwhelming yourself with more information. And I finished it off with, are you ready to become a confident action taker with me? Now, in the past, I have been probably too consumed with the structure of it, 3-month program, how many minutes the coaching sessions will go for, the frameworks that I'll be bringing in. The goal with this core offer is to almost be a post that I could put out to the world and again, just see if anyone resonates, see if anyone puts their hand up and says, hey, yeah, this sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. And again, that's the only way that I'm going to be able to validate this stuff. So it's going to continue to be a work in progress. It's never going to be me deciding this is my offer. Yes, it does need to be an offer that's in line with my values and who I need to be or who I want to be working with and the types of challenges that I want to be helping people with. But it's almost going to be like a co-creation in some ways in refining what this offer looks like and designing what it looks like. And I'm excited to just continue to take steps in this direction. So I might leave it there for today. Again, as I said at the start of this episode, this is one that I would really love to get your feedback on. If my offer resonates with you, please just reach out and let me know what parts of it do. What am I saying that is actually talking to the challenges that you're going through? Let me know. That'd be awesome. I'd love to start a brief conversation. Obviously, no obligation or anything like that. If you did want to have a conversation about working together, I'm absolutely open to that. But for me, this is really just about getting feedback and getting your thoughts and ideas and suggestions and improving this as I go. So yeah, if you've got anything to contribute, I would love to hear from you. I'm just trying to think what my little offer that I made off the top of my head was at the start of this episode. But yes, it was definitely around procrastination. And if you are someone who has struggled with procrastination, I've got a simple question that you can ask yourself at the start of each day. And it is something that can really help set the tone for the day. And I've used it myself in the past, and it really has helped me to really prioritize what's most important and actually start taking more action on those things. So if you're interested, just let me know and let me know where to send it, and I will shoot it straight through. So whether you want to reach out with any feedback or you're interested in that little resource, let me know. The best place to find me is to head over to my website. It's Paul Heron Life Coaching. It's Heron with one R, Heron. There's a couple of different ways you can reach out there, but head over there, make contact, reach out, start a conversation, and you just never know what's going to come of it. Finally, if you are enjoying the show, please consider hitting subscribe. It does go a long way in helping to share the show with a wider audience. And until tomorrow, have a fantastic day today. Bye for now.